coast and border to border, all over the World Wide Web and on 50-plus stations throughout the U.S. and Canada. I'm, of course, Jigman Freud, and Matt Neal has made his way into the building. He did not get drafted by the Florida Marlins.
No, didn't work out.
He is that was the only thing I could think of today. I was like, where is he?
I'd be all right with that.
You like Florida? Now, Matt is our special guest co-host this week. We are going to start doing every Sunday. We're going to have a different co-host. We're going to try to get Matt in here at least once a month. We're going to try to get. We've already got Burgess Martin, who's agreed to do a week. Actually, Dominus X is going to do the co-host duties. 1 week Israel will be here, and then 1 week we have Travis Iverson, who is the guy. He is credited for creating the original KJAG Radio logo. That's all he's ever contributed to KJAG Radio. So I figured, well, we need to have him contribute a little bit more than just that. We've got Erin Rogers in studio. She is fantastic. She's got the mountain dulcimer, and we were talking earlier. She knows how to do the mountain dulcimer. She's fantastic with the mountain dulcimer. Bob Colliday says that it's a gateway to hell unless Erin is playing it. I don't know why, but he just told me that. He's like, it's a gateway to hell. Unless Aaron's playing it, then it's fine. And then Josh is with us, Jay Wheels, and we were talking with the Marriage Boot Camp folks in the last segment. And then we, of course, talked to Young Prof or Young Proof or the guy from Ohio. He made a cool song about Ohio, and we talked to him at the very beginning of the show. And then we thought earlier the door swung open, and I thought it was Matt. That was just my mother coming by to say hello.
Oh, that's not your mom.
I just...
You're always
she,
supposed to be excited to see your mom.
I don't know why.
I know I'm always excited to see your mom.
I'm excited to see mine leave. No, I'm just kidding.
I love
Whenever
that.
Jiggy's mom comes by, I'm always happy.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Aaron, do you got it tuned yet?
I think so. We'll give it a
Okay.
second shot.
Let's give the mountain dulcimer a second shot. Before we do that, Matt, do you know how to play a mountain dulcimer?
I've never seen anybody play the mountain dulcimer. I'm mystified by this. This is really cool. I've never seen this.
Well, take it away there, Aaron. What is this called?
This is When Johnny Comes Marching Home.
Okay. Wow.
Wow, that's really
That is pretty cool.
Thank you.
That is good.
Thanks.
Really good. I've never seen anyone play Mountain Dulcimer before.
Yeah, and most people haven't.
How long have you been playing it?
20 years.
Wow. How old are you?
20, almost 27.
Wow. That's what got you started playing?
You missed it. You missed my story.
Retell it. It's hour number 2. You might as well. We'll catch everybody up. Hey, I'll tell you, I just blame the Florida Marlins front office.
Hey,
That's what I blame.
Can I have her back on my show?
Yes.
Assuming she'll come on the show.
Assuming you'll be there too, right? No.
I will be there. I will be there.
I would hope. It's,
Yeah, well, let's hope so. Although, if you've listened to my show, it might be better if I'm not there. I'm sorry.
Well, the short story is that I was learning to play the piano, which is not portable. My sister was learning to play the fiddle. My dad was learning to play the mandolin. So I was the one left out of being able to take an instrument with me. And
Wow.
My dad found a mountain dulcimer for really cheap and gave it to me for my 7th birthday.
Really? That's pretty cool.
Yep.
So you have a musical family.
Yes. Well, we all kind of learned together.
Do your sister and your dad still play?
Yep. My sister and I tour together full time as the duo Scenic Roots.
That is cool.
And our dad gets to jump in with us every once in a while when we're playing close to home.
Where do you guys? Where all do you guys tour? Is it all over Kansas? All over the country? Where do you guys?
You know, from Seattle to Florida to anywhere that'll have us. We've been in Ohio. I actually really like Ohio.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy from Ohio should switch me places if he wants to get out. You
he
know?
could come to Kansas.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I don't know if he would find Kansas much more appealing, but maybe.
No. He'd write a song like a month into it in Kansas.
I like Kansas. I'm partial to Kansas.
Yeah.
I mean, I've traveled all over, but I love Kansas.
I like Kansas too.
I mean, this is always gonna be home. I can't not call it home. This is home, but
Yeah.
it just kind of sucks because I don't want it to be home anymore.
Really?
You know, but I mean, it's always gonna be home. It's not like I'm leaving for
Yeah.
good, but yeah, definitely.
That's understandable.
Yeah, definitely want to leave Kansas.
Where would you live if you?
Well, I have 2 bedrooms, I know I have 1 bedroom right now in Colorado, Boulder,
Yeah.
Colorado, and I've got 2 friends from college who moved there, and so I could move there in Boulder, Colorado, and that's the plan after my lease is up here in Hutch.
Okay.
But my lease isn't up till like October, November, so.
I went to college in Denver. That's a
Yeah.
good place to live out there.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about the music scene out there too. So, I mean,
I
that's
tried
more
to
of
live
why
there
I
for a
want.
month. It
Yeah.
didn't work out for me, but
Didn't like it.
it turns out I don't like suburbs. And
Really?
I was staying in a suburb
Which
of
suburb?
Denver. I was staying in Aurora.
Oh yeah, Aurora's
For a month.
that's not a great place. to
Yeah,
live.
well, as it turns out, I really hate driving like 2 hours to get from here
Sucks, doesn't
to the place that I'm supposed to be. Like, yeah. I mean, I'd rather walk downtown. You know, I kind of like the small town thing.
Yeah, the traffic sucks in Denver. I agree.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
That's the one thing.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
Yeah.
I just spent 2 weeks out, and I'm getting ready to go back out there. I just spent 2 weeks out in L.A., and I'm getting ready to go out to San Francisco for 2 weeks. God, I
Say hi to Michael Savage when you're out there.
Yeah, I will. The traffic. I mean, you realize how spoiled we are by the traffic out here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it sucks out there.
I mean,
Oh,
the
yeah.
biggest traffic jam around here is when you get behind a tractor.
Yes.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that, so I agree.
I moved to Wichita for 6 months this last summer, and honestly, that's the only complaint I had was the traffic. But then my friends were like, "You're wanting to move to Colorado. You realize that Denver, Colorado is
gonna get
probably
worse."
Wichita times 6 with
Oh, yeah,
traffic,
it's
at
like-
least."
It's like one of the worst. I can't remember
Yeah.
where it is on the list, but it's one of the worst metropolitan traffic. God, I can't even speak today, but it's one of the worst cities for traffic in the country.
Oh yeah.
God, I can't talk today. But you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I got you. No, I'm on the same page.
I lived there for a few years. It sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a great. I love Denver, but the traffic sucks. That's the one part that's bad about it.
Yeah.
But it is. I mean, it's a beautiful city.
Honestly, to get out of Kansas for a little bit, I think I can handle the traffic.
I think you might appreciate it though.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I always appreciated Kansas once I was out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Once you leave, you kind of realize what you had when you come back, and yeah, I guess that's true for Hutch. I mean, I wrote a song called Farewell,
Yeah.
and left, went to Wichita, and then it's like a couple months later,
You ready to come back?
Right back to Hutch. It's just cheaper living here. But I mean,
Yeah.
I know Denver is going to be a whole different story and stuff. But I guess I can't keep passing up opportunities just because there's a risk, you know. Yeah, I mean, if you can't,
Good way to look at it.
yeah, if you can't step up and if you can't step off the edge and at least take a chance, then I mean, you got. I just look at anyone who's ever made it anywhere, and they've all taken a chance somewhere. So
That's true.
I definitely have to take my chances, but yeah, and you take the good with the bad, and, you know, and maybe this is all going to be a bad opportunity that I take, and then I end up right back in Hutchinson, Kansas.
And right back
You
here.
learn something,
Yeah.
even if it's all bad. You learn
I
something.
get an experience out of it nonetheless. So
At least you
For
tried.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
definitely.
And you never regret that you didn't try.
Yeah.
If you do.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's what was that Michael Jordan quote? Jig, you remember that?
Oh yeah.
You'll never. Shit, I can't talk.
It's a really good quote. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's a really good. Whatever it is.
Storytelling there, Matt.
Whatever that quote is.
I'd be a hell of a coach today, wouldn't I?
Oh, that's the.
All right, guys. I know we're down 5, but Michael Jordan said something inspirational. So let's go out there and
Let's get it
kick
on.
some ass.
That's awesome.
All right, coach.
I
way to
did
go.
know that Michael Jordan. He went home in high school.
Oh, it was you'll never miss the shots you don't take.
That's it. Yeah.
That's
yeah, you'll
it.
Never miss
Or
a
you'll
shot.
never, yeah, it was, you'll never make the shot.
That's the ticket.
One of those.
Yeah.
That's why we need someone. I need Alex here, damn it.
And that's the thing. We need to. how do we?
So,
I don't know.
so you're gonna go to Denver in 6 months, then you think?
I think
Or
that's
Boulder. I'm sorry, Boulder.
yeah, that's the game plan right now. Of course, I mean, my mom and dad and all of my friends and family all tell me that my decisions change and based off experiences, which is true. I mean, they do. My plan to move to Wichita, but then, I mean, our lease went up in Wichita, and it was either renew the lease there in Wichita at our apartments, or we can move back. My grandparents let me move into their basement that's not being used, and then
Grandparents' basements
yeah.
are great.
Oh, I know. Yeah. And then my bandmate my bandmate I was in a band with at the time, he moved in with his dad here in Hutch, and back in with his dad where he lived before. And so we both moved back to Hutch, and for a while until we got an apartment. And we got an apartment soon after we stopped making music together. Ended up not being able to live in the same house because it's really hard to not make music with somebody that you made music with for 6 months, and then
Same thing happened with my ex-wife and I.
yeah.
Stopped making music together, and
Yeah.
next thing you know, we couldn't live together.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
I mean,
it's like
It's funny how that works. Oh, you're talking about something different.
well, kinda. It's about
No,
the
no.
same thing. No, it's yeah.
Sorry.
No, it was. But yeah, it
No,
kind
I
of sucked because I
understand.
just stepped right into a contract and
No, that's
you
got to
know,
be strange, though. I mean, because I've never been in a band,
yeah.
obviously. But what's that dynamic like when all of a sudden you're in a band with somebody, you guys were living together, and then all of a sudden you guys.
That was it was really difficult in our situation because well, we were both born on the same day, and I'm not one to be all like, superstitious and stuff, but I do believe in horoscopes because half the time mine's dead on accurate. About every day I wake up and look at it, I'm like, no, that's how I'm feeling today. But I do think that there is something with people who are born in the same month and stuff. With the way we operate and stuff. Well, what sucks is we were born the same day, so I mean we both have like the same exact mind state, and it's crazy. And we were like brothers and stuff. And
So what led to you guys not being able to make music together? What started it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of started at a show. We got in a little argument at a concert, which I mean, those happen all the time when you're in bands with people. I was in this, a band with my family, and that's a little bit different because at the end of the day, whether you're in a band, you're still related, you're still family. But yeah, it kind of just turned into. I mean, it was a lot of things, but a lot of things on my end and on his end. I mean, we ended up just fighting too much, and then it ended up being like well, you want to treat me this way, how about I give you a taste of your own medicine? And that doesn't work, and I realize that now. Like, I learned a lot of lessons in the last couple months.
You guys ever talk anymore?
Right now, no. I mean, I'm hoping that we can get to a point where we can again. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely been an interesting journey to see, like, just where my music's gone in the past couple months. Just because I mean, I've sat down and really taken time to focus on stuff, and I mean, when we were making music together, it was just harder. The recording process is long. I mean, if you've ever recorded as a musician, you know the recording process is long, especially when you're doing it from beginning to end, recording, editing, the mixing and mastering, and the production side of everything. And I do all that from my own house. So I mean, it's a long process, but you really have to sit down and take time and have patience with it. Not every musician has that patience, though. They just want to get on the mic, sing, be done, bam, lay out a track. But it doesn't work like that, you know. And so we ran into problems like that, you know. I mean, I'm taking time to go through all these effects, you know. He's like, well, let's go, let's get something out there, you know. And I mean, you can't rush it. But I did hear an interesting quote, though, and it's kind of cool for musicians, is 90% and in your fans' ears is a lot better than 100% perfect and on your laptop. So I was like, that's cool. Like, because you hear musicians all the time, like, I'm waiting to release a song because I got to get it sounding better than this. It's got to be better than this. You know, but no one's going to hear you unless you put it out.
That's true. Aaron, do you and your sister ever have, you said you and your sister tour together all the time. Yep. You guys ever have arguments?
We are as polar opposite different as night and day in every single way. Yeah. And so, yeah. Some days we get along really good in our oppositeness, and some days we...
Is she older or younger?
She's younger, 2 years younger, but she's the bossy one.
Oh, that was my next question. Now that's if you guys tour together, you're traveling together.
Yeah.
You're living together,
you know,
basically.
We get along really, really great when we're on the road. It was when we were home that we were arguing all the time.
Really?
Interestingly enough, yeah. And so it has actually helped us to live in different towns when we're at home.
Nice.
We argue a lot less.
Now, how often are you guys on the road together? How many days a year are you on the road
We've
together?
been doing about 150 shows a year, 100 to 150, and that amounts to like 250 to 300 days a year away. I think we're going to be gone a little bit less this year. Actually, we were doing a few more things more locally, and that lets us have a little more home time.
Now, I know you love your sister, but are there ever days where you just can't wait to get away from each other?
Well, we fire each other on a regular basis. So.
Wow.
Well, you know, as it turns out, when you're a duo and you fire the other one, there's not much left. So.
I would love to hear that. We fire each other.
You're fired! Oh, I need you for the show tonight.
How long does that usually last when one of you fires the other?
We're pretty... Well, usually Amber fires me, and she's kind of the one that's up and down emotionally. Like, I'm really mad and now I'm perfectly happy, so she gets over it in about 5 minutes. If she makes me mad enough to fire her, it takes me a little longer.
Now, does she apologize? Or does she just kind of... She actually come out and apologize?
It depends on the day. Yeah. It depends on the argument, too.
Does it ever come out during the show?
We try really hard to deal with things before we get on stage. Or say, you know, we're just gonna... Because, and the other thing is, we love playing music together. We... You know, that's all we did growing up, is just play music together. Awesome. And we'd sit and play tunes, and that's what we did for fun. And so when we're playing music together, we're getting along and having a blast. That's awesome. Then when we're done with that, sometimes we have to go back and finish our arguments.
That must be awesome, to be, I mean, for both of you to be able to do what you love to do.
Oh yeah.
It's very cool.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
It's gotten even more fun now. Like, I mean, it's more fun now for me to, like, I don't know, like, waking up and making music is just like, oh, man, I'm gonna get so much done. And then,
that's awesome.
Like, yeah, it's been keeping, I mean, this project's been keeping me the busiest, but I finally just got all the tracks done, so
that's great.
Like, How
many tracks are on it?
There are 10 tracks total on this on the new mixtape. It's 9 tracks and then a bonus track, so 10 tracks. But that wasn't me. I'm sorry. I thought I turned off all my alarms.
It's the old I used to, they had to tell me this at Access all the time. I don't know why. My phone never went off. When we were doing the TV show at Access TV in Salina, they're always like, are all the phones on silent?
Yeah, that was my bad.
Well, hey, it's this has been a very fun Sunday show. We talked to the people from WeTV's Marriage Boot Camp out in Los Angeles. We talked to young Prof out there in Ohio. We've got Matt Neal with us today, back from the Florida Marlins camp. He's drafted. I guess they're playing the season now. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
and we've got Aaron Rodgers today with her Mountain Dulcimer, and Jay Wheels with you look like you could be in a Brawny commercial there. You could be on the.
Pull something off.
You could be on a paper
a thinner
towel.
version of the brawny.
I could pull it off.
The hippie brawny.
You see, I'm multi-talented.
Yes.
I like it.
I try to be a trendsetter. When I walk out the door, I always wear a hat because I don't like to mess around with like spiking my hair up and stuff. I get it cut short enough that I don't have to mess with it, and then I just put a hat on. But I walked out and I saw this hat on my way out the door, and it was actually tucked underneath the box. I haven't seen it since like this last summer, so I was pretty excited to have this hat. I didn't even care if the sun was shining today. It was like, I'm wearing a stocking cap.
I love that story right there. Pretty excited to have this hat.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to have this hat.
Fantastic.
It's the little things. If you
Yeah,
appreciate
It's the little things. That's
life
right.
is good.
Yeah, it's like 150 heading out the door like, oh, Jiggy Jaguar. Oh, wait, I'm going to wear this hat. I know I'm going to be on camera today. I'm going to wear this hat.
That's right.
Yeah, I was gonna wear a hat, and then I combed my hair, and I thought, well, where am I combing my hair? I'm gonna be on the radio. And then I remembered I get the.
You got 6 cameras all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, it's no longer just
It's
radio.
I blame Ross Long because he started this 7 years ago. Gotta have cameras. People just love to watch you talk to people. No, they don't. What is going on here? Now, Aaron, I want you to tell the story. We even talked about it on the air yet, but tell the story to me and Matt about your Friday night experience playing here in 2 venues, close proximity to each other in the same evening.
As it turns out, I'm easily confused, apparently. And all week, I thought that I was playing at Jillian's on Friday night, and all week, Danny at Pizzacco's thought I was playing at Pizzacco's. And Pizzacco's was actually the place I was supposed to be. But I got to Jillian's, and they were like, well, it's kind of cold to be on the patio, but if you want to, I guess you can go play on the patio. So I kind of set up, and then, it was cold, so no one was sitting there. And then Danny texted me and said, hey, it's Danny at Pizzacco's. Are you coming? And I said, oh, no, I'm in the wrong place. And so I rushed down there and played inside, and it was quite lovely.
That's good, because...
And I tried a Pizzacco for the first time, and I'm pretty sure everyone needs the experience.
Yes.
Is it good?
It's delicious.
Tell me what a Pizzacco is.
It's a cross between a pizza and a taco.
Ooh. You know what I gave
It's like happiness in your mouth.
I gave up pizza.
Happiness in your mouth. You've got to tell her that. She'll use that as a slogan. She'll put that on a damn shirt.
I'm trying to plug in for Pizzacco here. Where is this Pizzacco?
Pizzacco's is on Main Street. It's like
It's
where
here in Hutch?
Yeah, in
have a
Hutch.
Pizzacco's?
It's wonderful.
Not
There's
heard of
like
this.
this lovely little mural downtown, and right after the mural is Pizzacco's.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's across from Avenue Way Park. It says Parkside on
I
it.
gave up pizza for the year, though, so I haven't had...
Well, see, it's not pizza.
It's on pizza. It's a
It's a
Pizzacco.
Pizzacco.
Yeah, but it's technically pizza.
Technically a
I
pizza.
can't have pizza
It's
till
so
2015.
different.
Why did you give up pizza, sir?
Yeah, why?
I wish Lucky would give up pizza. No, go.
Lucky didn't give up pizza. It was a challenge. It was a challenge. My nephews were giving up candy for the year, and they just so I popped off and said, "Well, I can give up something for a year." And they said, "Well, what can you give up?" And I said, "I'll give up pizza." And so I decided I'd set it.
Do you miss it?
Huh?
Do you miss it?
Yes, I do. I miss it very much.
You probably couldn't do what I do for a living then.
I love pizza. And I travel all the time. I mean, I travel like 50%. The half time that I don't have my kids. When I don't have my kids, I'm on the road. And so I eat a lot of pizza on the road, which is bad for me anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I miss it. I miss it bad.
Well, I'm a manager at Papa John's. So,
Oh man,
yeah,
I love Papa John's.
Yeah, see, I mean, yeah.
I love Papa John's.
I was just telling them I probably eat it 6 nights a week. It's bad.
Man.
It's bad.
I love Ken's. I love Pizza Hut. I love Papa John's. My 12-year-old, for some reason loves Little Caesars. God knows why, but
God knows
he
why.
thinks it's like the greatest thing ever. It's like,
I liked Little Caesars when it was like in 2000.
I liked
2000,
it like the 90s
2001.
when it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy bread and all that.
Now that crazy bread is good.
But now, for
Does that
whatever
count as
reason,
pizza?
Little Caesars has changed.
I don't think so. Thanks a lot, Aaron. I'm gonna come heckle you at one of your shows.
You should.
If ever I'm on the road and you're playing somewhere,
You should totally
the
do
Mountain Dulcimer.
it. Exactly.
He tells me that, but I like Little Caesars because it's like $3.99, and so the rare occasion when I'll get my kids pizza, my son's like, "Well, I want Little Caesars." Like, okay, but I can't have it. I won't.
You're being a good.
I'm
being a good kid.
2015. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go a whole year without it.
My God.
I know. Hey, I made it.
Oh my
I
God.
made-
We will have to get an update every single month
I
from
made a
you on the
promise.
show.
I made a promise. I know.
My dad's accusing me because I still have a key to the house, but he calls me up the other day and says, "You come by the house?" I was like, "No, this was maybe like a week or two ago." I said, "Dad, I haven't been by the house since like for at least a good couple months." Like, he's like, "Well, we ordered pizza last night and there were like 3 slices before I went to bed. I woke up and there's 2 slices." And he's got my 2 little sisters there too. I'm just sitting here thinking like, well, it's probably just one of them. No, they swear they didn't eat pizza. All 3 of them swear up and down they
That's what
didn't.
kids do.
I'm like, yeah, that's what I said. So then my dad says, "No, I put it like this." I said, "You won't get in trouble. Just tell me. I just want to know if you ate it." No, they didn't eat it. So I'm being falsely accused of eating.
And you don't
pizza.
go by and eat it?
No, I
Well, I
didn't.
guess you got access to it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I make it myself, so I just like I
You're
don't.
the manager. You're one of the managers.
One of the managers here in Hutch, yeah.
And I can't eat pizza now.
I know.
Yeah, but we could hit him up for advertising for your show and for the.
It's crazy. I never would have guessed that. Like, I would never guess that. Like, all these years down the road, that I'd be sitting in the same room, like on a radio show with Matt Neal here.
Why is that?
Yeah, I don't know, because it seems like just like yesterday, he was my school resource officer.
That's right. I was a police officer at your school.
Yeah, he sure
Years
was.
ago.
Matt Neal is a bona fide legend
We have some
in
history.
every
We have some
industry that
history.
he's in.
I don't know about that. Which school were you at?
I was at Morgan.
That's right.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
Because I had all 10 schools.
Yeah, because I was also McCandless kindergarten and first grade, but I wasn't that much of a troublemaker until I got about second grade.
You weren't
so.
you were never a huge troublemaker.
Well, no, but I don't know if you remember the time you almost made me crap my pants on a front porch. No joke. Yeah. Do you remember the time that you came? It was right over behind Papa John's, right over there on 16th, I believe.
Yeah.
They can wait. But yeah, it was over on. It was over
during
on,
public.
Yeah.
It was on 16th, and we were shooting off fireworks
Uh-huh.
and exploding things and lighting
Yeah.
things on fire. And I'm pretty sure me and my friends went inside the house,
Yeah.
and this is how our story goes anyways. We went inside to the garage, and we grabbed lighter fluid. We grabbed a long roll.
How old were you?
Oh, I don't even know. I was probably like 12.
Well,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this had to have been like 7, 8 years ago. But I mean, I remember it like it was yesterday because I about peed my pants. And I'm not kidding you. My friend gives me the lighter fluid, gas. He's bringing gasoline around the backside of the house.
4th of July or just?
Right around.
Yeah.
It was definitely after. I mean, we definitely shouldn't have been lighting any fireworks at all. But beyond that, we also
Shouldn't have
had.
been lighting any fireworks.
also
I
had-
love how he says that.
Yeah. No, we had a long
We
roll.
definitely shouldn't have been.
I want to say it was a long roll of what is it? No, I can't even think of what. I want to say wick, but it's not. You know what I'm talking
Like
about.
black cans?
No, you just the part that you light. I
Oh,
can't-
the wick.
Yeah, but I mean it was a whole roll of it or whatever, and so we could. So we just laid it out across the sidewalk, so we
Yeah.
would just light it and let it go.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
talking about. Yeah, I
can't think of the name for it right
I
now.
know what you're talking about. We used to catch kids doing that all the time.
Yeah, but we were doing that, and we'd drop it into a bucket, and then we'd explode things. But we had bottle rockets on top of that, and those are illegal, by the way. And then, but no, here I am. I'm coming out of the house. I've got lighter fluid, a lighter, long roll of twine, and then or whatever you want to call it, the fuse or.
Those things you don't want to have when the cops.
Yeah. I got all this stuff in my hands, and as soon as I walk out the door, I'm not even kidding you. All I see, Officer Neal, and he's got one other officer behind him. All I remember is just throwing the stuff down on the ground and running back in the house and going into the bathroom because I had to go to the bathroom like right away, and I realized right in that moment. So I'm going to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, Officer Neal's knocking on the door. Saying, this can go two ways. I come in, you're going with me. You come out, we can talk this out. I was just like, I wasn't trying to hide. I was just trying to go to the bathroom because you about made me piss my pants.
I didn't take you in that. I just gave you a warning.
No, you gave me a warning too. My mom still.
You were always a good kid.
Yeah, my mom doesn't know about that one still.
Really?
Well, she does now. She's listening.
My office was at McCandless, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
my
right.
office was up there at McCandless.
Yeah.
Because I actually live over there by now.
Oh, yeah?
Ironically, yeah, like right around the block.
You're back in Hutch?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. After I blew up my knee for the 300th time, after knee surgery number, I think it was number 17. That's
Oh, Jesus.
when I finally left law enforcement and became a PI.
Playing Dulcimer's safe.
Yes,
you should
Playing
take that
Dulcimer's
out.
safe.
Take up the mountain dulcimer.
Try to play a musical instrument.
Just don't do hip hop music.
That's why I'm on the radio.
It gets crazy.
That's why I'm a PI. So I'm a PI and I'm on the radio. And now Jiggy's giving me my own show.
Yes, we were going to talk about that here in a few
Did I jump
moments.
the gun on the announcement?
You sort of jumped the gun, but that's fine. I wanted to mention something to Aaron. Bob Colliday the other day when I told him
Bob story.
another Bob story.
Uh-oh.
When Bob was like, "I seen she's going to be on your show on Sunday. Please be careful with her. She's so fragile." And I said, "What?" And he goes, "We've seen your show. We've heard your show. Please be careful with her." But you seem to have had a blast today.
I have.
So
I don't see how this girl's fragile.
I don't either. If she's hiring and firing her sister, and
She's on the road
she's on the
100
road.
days a year, and
Yeah.
she's
Crazy
sitting next
guy.
to Bronny, and
Sitting next to Bronny.
who lights shit on fire. I think she's fine.
I think she's
That's
fine over there.
I don't think you need to worry about this girl at all.
I just told her about my fantasy of blowing things up, and she still sat next to me. She's not fragile.
So it's not my Dulcimer.
I was gonna say, do you have any tour stories like break a mountain dulcimer when you get wild on stage? You
No
don't do any of
breaking
that?
dulcimers.
Somebody called her the Jimi Hendrix of mountain dulcimers,
You know,
though.
I just acquired a solid body electric dulcimer that I have to figure out what the heck to do with.
An
Maybe I
electric
will be the
dulcimer.
Jimi Hendrix.
You don't trash any hotel rooms or anything like that.
No.
Any backstage? You don't trash anything backstage.
Usually
break
I
any
want to
club
go
up?
back. You know.
Usually I want to
True,
go
that's
back.
true.
You're asking the wrong person. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, well,
I'm sorry. I just watched Walk the Line last night on HBO. So.
no, I mean, hip hop music. We do all of that. All the stuff you just mentioned. We tear up hotel rooms. All the stuff.
Yeah.
We definitely tear things up backstage. But you're asking. She played dulcimer and stuff. You're like, you tear up the hotel room. Oh yeah, we have like dulcimer parties and stuff.
Yeah.
Dulcimer
Do you guys
dulcimer
ever?
parties.
No,
I'm notorious for kicking over water glasses, though, so you should always give me plastic with a lid.
plastic
Always.
with a lid.
I feel like I've lived a sheltered life. I've never seen. I did not know what a mountain dulcimer was until
wow.
today.
Actually,
It's really
most
cool.
people have your. Well, see, you say mountain dulcimer, people either go, huh?
Yeah.
Or, oh, that's so cool!
It is when you play it really well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thanks.
Well, before we get back into this, I do want to make a couple quick announcements. One, in May, May 31st, at the Rusty Needle here in Hutchinson, Kansas, at 1808 North Plum Street, right across from the Kansas State Fairgrounds, we are doing our next Concerts for a Cause event, and we have teamed up with we teamed up with the food bank in November to do a show out there, and was very, very, very successful. And this time we're going to be doing a gigantic music festival. There's going to be basically 2 festivals in one. We're going to do a family all ages event, and during this time no alcohol will be served. We'll have non-alcohol beverages available, and we'll have hot dogs, hamburgers, all that. 2 o'clock to 6 is that event. Brian Davis and a few others will be playing, and then we're going to have an intermission, and then over 21 only is going to come back at 7 o'clock, and then during this time we'll have great drink specials, great food, and come out and help support the Sexual Assault Domestic Violence Center. All the proceeds will go to this nonprofit organization, and we have a gigantic national headliner taking the stage at 11 o'clock. I can't say who they are because Mike from the Rusty Needle will kill me. So we are waiting on him to make the official announcement. What is also fun is that there's a band that is going to be traveling with our national headliner. They are from Iowa, and they were added as a last-minute deal. They basically called up Mike and said, "We have this band from Iowa coming with us. If you want them to play, they'll play. If not, they'll just sit there and do nothing." And Mike's like, "There's no point in having them sit there and do nothing. We'll just put them on stage." So we've got all of that. And I'm hoping that we can get Matt, if you're available in May, to be the MC for that show.
Okay. May 31st.
If you're May 31st, if you want to mark it down in the old calendar.
You know, the nice thing is now that I own my own company, I can make my own schedule.
Look at that.
Done.
Finito. Now the next announcement is that Matt is going to be, and I never thought I would ever see the day. I was told all sorts of shenanigans by all sorts of different people.
Whoa, what? Wait.
That this little radio thing routinely on Gateway Radio City, which is a message board, I am routinely slammed on there for my internet radio station and my syndication on stations across the country. But Matt is going to be doing a show for KJAG Radio very soon.
Yes.
I am excited as punch for this.
It's going to be fun.
And we are trying to get Mr. A-Rock to join you.
Out of hiding.
But he is currently, apparently, in
witness protection.
Broadcast journalism witness protection. Yeah. So, although I do have a couple possibilities, because I would like to team Matt up with someone. We have had. Okay. I've thought about Cousin Chris, who's called you out on YouTube for several years.
I'd be all right.
We thought about that. We could do a show called Sweet and Sour. He would be the sour part.
I would hope so.
And then I thought about maybe Israel and you.
Yeah.
Or I don't know where he's at.
I'm okay going it alone.
Oh, okay. Well, you told me one time that you wanted to have a broadcast call.
Yeah, I'm okay. Well, I guess I'm okay going it alone and just bringing in whoever's available, you know.
Okay.
Kind of like you did today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to be a part of this.
I'm excited that you're back on.
I'm gonna have, and I want to have both these guys on my show.
That would be fantastic.
Assuming they'll both come on.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on.
Maybe we can pull Keyboy away from the mall Chinese restaurant long enough to get him in studio as well.
I don't know.
Think we can get Lucky to come in?
Oh my God, that would be hilarious.
Hey, I know who we're gonna get on. If
you can assemble that.
Here's who we're gonna get. If we can get freaking Hot Rod Stoll.
Oh my God, Rodley! I seen him at Rock Island the other day.
If we can get him
comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, I see your stuff on Facebook, man. You're doing so well." And you know what I'm doing? I just got done hanging out with Uncle Cracker, man. And he goes, "I'm headed out to the Worldwide Radio Summit because you know me and Joel Denver from All Access, we're boys." And I said, "Oh, okay, well that's cool."
That sounds just like him. If we could get him away from name dropping enough on Facebook. And did you hear what he said? He said the other day he
was bashing the Hitman when I talked.
Oh, was he? Oh my God.
He was like, you know, the Hitman's never really done anything in the business, man. You know that. I'm like, what?
All Rodney's ever.
Greg is the program director of an intercom radio station in Wichita, Kansas, Power 93.9. I think he's done something in the business.
What's his name?
Tony D.
Tony D. That's right. All he's ever done in radio is piss all over every toilet seat. That's a horrible thing to say. But my God,
my girl Kat DeLuna on stage at the University of California.
And then he put, he put that, and then he put, he just grabs random people and takes pictures with them. I'm not kidding. He grabs random famous people, takes pictures with them, and then puts it on.
I ran into JoJo Wright from Kiss FM. Exactly. I love this dude.
Yeah, Good Times in Hollywood, Artist Connections Agency, and these people are looking at him like, "Who the hell are you?" Because they have no idea. Oh my God.
Hanging with the one and only R-Dub.
I will give Tony D. That's right, R-Dub. R-Dub's like, who is this guy?
I always love the statuses where he like checks in at various places.
That is it. Yes,
that's the guy.
Yep. I will give him credit on one thing. He has brought some art.
Yes,
I will. He
has done some stuff.
He deserves some credit for that. You know, I coached him in Little League basketball.
Oh my God!
I'm not kidding you. Hey, Coach, how about we run a couple plays right through me? No, he was a really good kid back then. He was a really good kid back then. And my favorite is, all packed for business trip to L.A. Early morning flight means no sleep. Taking care of business. If I ever humble drop like that on Facebook, please kick my ass. Because God knows I've humble dropped before, but I try to never do it.
I got DJ UNK and his manager in Vegas going through his pictures now.
You can just go through his Facebook stuff and just be entertained for hours.
Getting money is what we do. Him and some random dude.
He put on something on Facebook one night. He put some beautiful kitchen, like this clean kitchen. He said, "Some lucky woman someday is gonna get this from me."
Love Rodney. He's great.
Oh, God bless Rodney.
God bless Rodney. I love it.
You know, I'll give him this. He tried. I am making fun of him. He does. That's mean of me. He does try hard. He just, God, it's just, if you've spent time with him, and I have, it's just, God, he'll just. I'm having him on my show. I'm gonna give him a chance to. I'm here making fun of him, and that's not fair. I'm going to give him a chance to make fun of me.
To make fun of you.
And
you know who's someone else that I'd like to see on your show, and he might do it since it is you.
Who's that?
The one and only, fantastically gifted Tom Norris.
Oh hell yeah, we're going to have Tom will come on the show. God damn it, Matt. That's my language, by the way. I don't like using that word.
Get Tom Norris.
I'll never forget the first time he ever yelled at me so bad where I was shaking. And he'd gone to some management seminar where they told him, obviously, when you end the conversation with an employee, you always end it on some positive note. And he spends like 10 minutes chewing me out at the end of, telling me what this thing I'd done, how stupid it was. God, you're so stupid at the end. You're doing a great job, Matt. Keep up the good work. He hangs up the phone. Today is Tom's anniversary with Monica.
Oh, really?
Vodka. Vodka. Oh, if Alex was here. So happy anniversary to Tom and Monica. God, they're two of the nicest people, though, aren't they?
Yes.
We will get Tom. Do you remember growing up, Tom Simon, though? Do you remember him growing up?
No.
You don't remember Tom Simon? when he was Tom Simon on 102.1?
No,
Oh my God! You seriously don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
Wow. He was Tom Simon on the evening drive growing up. I used to listen to him.
Wow.
I remember I used to listen to him every night from oh my God, it was 7 to midnight every night
Wow.
on 102.1, and I even won a Wendy's made-to-order breakfast from him one
Look
night.
at that.
And then I ended up working for him someday.
And that's what they paid you in. No,
That's
no,
pretty much, yeah.
no.
They didn't pay me. What are you talking about? Because then Bob Walker and Terry did the morning show. Remember?
Wow.
Yeah, the old Bob and Terry.
Just
morning
all the.
show. Sorry, guys. It's like radio.
Yeah, it's like you guys with your mountain dulcimers.
Yeah.
Yes.
This random radio.
Except not near as exciting.
Well, we teased this a little bit earlier about potentially you playing a mountain dulcimer song while Josh freestyled over
Ooh,
it.
I like this.
What would you be able to just play something and he just does his thing and
I don't even know.
I like
We
these
could
two.
try something.
What do you want me to do? Just play some
Oh,
like rhythm stuff?
Oh, sure, yeah.
All right, we'll see what happens. You want major or minor?
Major.
Major. Okay. Let's see
Yeah.
what happens.
Let's go with the major key.
Okay.
I don't even know what's gonna happen.
I have no idea. This is risky.
This is really cool.
this will be the